The moment the lights die in a deep winter storm, your house stops being a home and starts becoming a cold trap. You hear the blower slow, then silence. The room feels normal for a minute. Then it changes. You notice it in your fingers first. The air gets sharper. The walls begin to steal warmth. And outside, the wind is turning streets into slick, silent lanes where help moves slowly. How fast does comfort turn into danger when the grid is down? You might think you have a day. You do not. You have hours. In winter, the threat is not hunger first, it is heat loss first. And the worst part is how many people get hurt trying to fix the cold the wrong way. This is not a fantasy bunker story. This is a plain plan you can run tonight with what you already own. We're going to use small spaces, smart layers, safe heat, and simple routines. You will keep your body warm, your water flowing, and your mind steady. And you will avoid the mistakes that quietly kill people in blackouts. First, choose your stronghold, not the whole house. One room, the smallest room you can tolerate. Few windows, a bathroom, a closet, a short hallway with a door, a spare bedroom with thick walls. The point is simple. Small spaces hold warmth. Big spaces eat it. Before you move in, take a quick lap through your home. Look for drafts. Feel around windows. Check the bottom of doors. Each gap is a tiny fan pulling your heat away. You are not building a spaceship. You are building a warm pocket. Bring supplies into that room in one trip if you can. Blankets, sleeping bags, pillows, extra clothes, a flashlight, water, snacks, a small first aid kit, a trash bag for waste if the bathroom is not the chosen room, a battery radio if you have it, then close the door. Now seal the leaks. Roll towels, stuff shirts, wedge blankets at the door crack. Tape plastic over windows if you have it. If you do not, use garbage bags. If you do not have tape, use heavy books to pin fabric against edges. Ugly is fine, warm is the goal. Here is your first mental shift. You are not heating a house. You are protecting a nest. That difference keeps you alive because it stops wasted effort. Next, make your body the primary heater because it is. Your core temperature is a tiny engine that burns fuel all day. But in a blackout, the environment starts pulling that heat away through every route possible. So you block those routes. Do you know the 4 ways you lose warmth? Touch, moving air, radiant loss, and moisture. Touch means cold floors and cold walls stealing heat by contact. Moving air means drafts. Radiant loss means your warmth drifting away even when the air seems still. Moisture means sweat turning into a heat vacuum. Layering solves most of it, not a single giant coat. Layers. A thin base close to skin. A middle layer that traps air. A top layer that blocks drafts. If you have thermal underwear, use it. If not, use any snug shirt and leggings. Then add a hoodie, wool, fleece, or whatever you own. Then a jacket, a blanket, or a sleeping bag. Put something on your head. Put something on your hands. Put extra on your feet. Your head, fingers, and toes are where heat escapes fast and where frostbite starts quietly. 2 pairs of socks beat 1 thick pair. And if you have wool, reach for it. If you only have cotton, keep it dry and change it when it gets damp. Ask yourself this: are you dressed for sitting still or dressed for walking outside? Sitting still is harder. Your body makes less heat when you stop moving. So dress for stillness. You should feel slightly too warm at first. That is the buffer you need. Now insulate from below. Cold floors are thieves. Sit on a yoga mat, cardboard, a folded rug, a stack of towels, even a pile of clothing. Make a warm island on the floor and keep your body off the cold surface. Then control moisture. Open your layers if you start sweating. Remove 1 layer before you get damp. Sweat is not comfort in winter. Sweat is a leak. Dry clothing is warmth. Damp clothing is trouble. Now we talk heat sources, and we talk safety with no compromise. Because the cold is dangerous, but the quick fixes are worse. People die in winter blackouts because they make poisonous air without realizing it. Do not run a generator in a garage, not even with the door cracked. Do not burn charcoal indoors. Do not bring a grill into the living room. And do not try to warm a room by turning on the oven or leaving stove burners going. Those choices create carbon monoxide, a gas you cannot see or smell, and it can put you to sleep forever while you think you are just tired. Start with the safest heat on Earth, shared body warmth. Yes, really. Bring everyone into the warm room. Pets too. Get under the same blanket pile. Zip into sleeping bags side by side. Your bodies are small heaters. Together they add up. If you are alone, you can still use the same idea. Make a smaller space inside the room. Build a blanket tent over a chair. Drape a comforter from a table to the floor. You are creating a tiny zone that traps your heat. It feels silly. It works. If you prepared ahead, you might have an indoor rated heater. The key word is rated for inside use. Even then, treat it with respect. Ventilation matters. Crack a window a small amount. Run it in short bursts to raise the room temperature a bit. Then turn it off. And never sleep with any flame heater running. Ever. Do you have a way to store heat without a flame in the room? You do. Hot water. Heat water outside on a camp stove or other safe setup. Then pour it into sturdy bottles. Wrap them in cloth. Place them near your core, near your feet, inside your sleeping bag. Warm water becomes a quiet battery that lasts for hours. Candles can help too, but they are a tool, not a miracle. A few candles in a tight room can add a small temperature bump. Small bumps matter when you are cold, but candle safety is strict. Use stable holders. Keep flames away from fabric. Never drift off with a candle burning. Fire during a blackout is a trap with no easy escape. At this point, you should have a sealed room, layered clothing, an insulated floor spot, and a safe heat plan. That is survival's spine. But winter blackouts have a second enemy that destroys homes and drains morale. Water freezing in pipes. Here is the simple move that saves you thousands later. Make water move. Open faucets to a thin drip, not a stream. A drip. Moving water freezes slower. This buys time. Then open cabinet doors under sinks to let warmer room air reach the plumbing. If you have pipes in cold zones like garages or crawl spaces, wrap them with towels, clothing, or foam if you have it. Even newspaper helps. What about drinking water? You might have more than you think. Your water heater tank holds a large reserve. Once it is safe and cool, you can drain it into clean containers. If you have stored water, keep it near the warm room so it does not freeze. If you have no stored water, fill bathtubs, pots, and any clean container early, because municipal pressure can drop without notice. If you must melt snow, do it outside, then bring the liquid in. Melting snow inside adds humidity. Humidity makes cold feel sharper and can lead to damp walls and mold later. Also, snow is mostly air. You need a lot for a little water. Plan for that. Here is a question to keep in your head. Are you drinking enough? Dehydration makes you colder because your body struggles to circulate heat and burn fuel. Sip regularly. Do not wait for thirst. Now food. Food is heat. Food is morale. Food is also a clock because refrigerators and freezers slowly warm up. So you manage your supplies in order. Keep the freezer shut. Every opening dumps cold air. A full freezer can keep food frozen longer than a half-full one. If you can, pack empty space with bags of ice or even frozen water bottles before storms. But if the outage already happened, use what you have. Start eating what spoils first. Use the refrigerator items early. Cook or consume leftovers, dairy, and fresh meats before they turn. Then move to frozen items. Then move to shelf-stable foods. That order reduces waste and keeps you fed. If outdoor temperatures are below freezing and secure, you can use nature as a cold storage box. Place frozen items in a cooler outdoors. Keep it shaded. Secure it from animals. Mark it clearly so nobody trips in the dark. This turns your porch into a temporary freezer. When you cook, keep it safe. If you have a camp stove, use it outside. Shield it from wind. Keep it stable. If you have an indoor safe cooking device, ventilate. Crack a window. Keep sessions short. And remember the earlier rule. The oven is for cooking food, not for heating a room. Eat for fuel, not for fashion. In the cold, your body burns extra calories just to keep core warmth. So choose dense foods: nuts, peanut butter, chocolate, oats, canned meats, oils. These are high energy and require little prep. If you can manage a warm drink, it helps your comfort and your mood. Now light. Darkness makes injuries easy. You step wrong, you knock something over, you start a fire by accident. So you plan your light like you plan your heat. Use headlamps if you have them, they keep hands free. Use lanterns for the room, use flashlights for movement. And ration batteries like they are gold. Turn lights off when you do not need them. Keep one light in a known spot so nobody panics searching in the dark. If batteries are scarce, you can create a simple oil lamp. Use a glass jar or metal cup. Add cooking oil. Make a wick from twisted cotton fabric or a shoelace. Let the wick soak and leave a short tip above the oil. Light it carefully. The wick pulls fuel upward as it burns. It is old science. It is reliable. Keep it stable and away from kids and pets. And here's a small but powerful trick. Reflect light. Place a lantern or candle near a pale wall or a piece of foil to bounce light across the room. You get more usable brightness without using more fuel. Next comes communication, and this is where many people spiral. You feel cut off. Your phone dies. The internet goes silent. You start imagining the worst. That mindset is as dangerous as the cold, so you build a simple information loop. If you own a hand crank or battery radio, this is its moment. Listen for local updates, shelter locations, warming centers, road conditions, restoration estimates. If you do not, conserve your phone like it is a flare. Turn off background apps. Turn off wireless features you do not need. Lower screen brightness. Use airplane mode when possible. Check for messages in short bursts. Could your car help? Yes, with rules. You can charge a phone from a car, but never run the vehicle in an enclosed space. Not for a minute. If you must idle outside, do it for short intervals and make sure the exhaust is not blocked by snow. Carbon monoxide can pool around a vehicle if snow drifts trap fumes. Now, the most overlooked communication tool is not electronic. It is people. Check on neighbors. Share information. Ask who has medical needs, who has infants, who has oxygen machines. In winter blackouts, the community becomes the real grid. Set simple signals. A porch light cannot help you now, but a note on a door can. A knock schedule can, a quick check-in every few hours can. This reduces panic and prevents tragedies that happen in silence. Now let's talk about time. The first night is the hardest. Your house will continue cooling, pipes will keep threatening to freeze. Your body will get tired. That is when mistakes happen. So set a routine that protects you when you are tired. First, keep the warm room organized. Put flames on one side, put water on another. Keep a clear walking path, keep shoes nearby. In the dark, clutter becomes injury. Second, rotate small tasks. Someone checks faucets. Someone checks the room temperature by feel. Someone checks batteries. Someone checks neighbors if safe. When roles exist, people stay calm. When roles vanish, fear fills the gap. Third, watch for early hypothermia signs. Uncontrollable shivering, confusion, slurred speech, clumsy hands. If someone starts acting oddly, treat it as an emergency. Add layers, add hot water bottles, add warm drinks if possible. Get them dry, keep them awake. What about sleeping? Sleep is recovery, but it is also risk if you rely on unsafe heat. So make your sleep plan safe. No open flame, no running heaters, no improvised burners. Instead, stack insulation. Use sleeping bags. Use hats. Keep hot water bottles wrapped and positioned safely. If you wake up cold, add layers rather than adding fire. Now let's handle the house beyond the warm room. You do not need to roam, but a few actions protect your property. If the outage will last long, you may want to shut off the main water valve to reduce flood risk when pipes thaw. If you do not know where that valve is, learn it before the next storm. For tonight, focus on drips and insulation. Keep one exterior door accessible. If you must leave quickly, you cannot fight a jammed exit. And keep snow from blocking vents and exits. A blocked vent can create hidden gas issues. Now imagine the grid flickers back. You will feel relief, but do not rush. Power restoration can surge and fail again. Keep your warm room ready for another drop. Recharge devices cautiously. Turn on appliances one at a time. Watch for odd smells from heaters and wiring. If the power does not return soon, you still have options. Warming shelters may open. Friends may have power, but travel on ice can be deadly. Before you move, ask, is the move safer than staying? If roads are dangerous, staying with a sealed room and a plan can be the best choice. Now, sanitation. It is not glamorous, but it keeps you healthy and keeps morale from collapsing. If the water system stays pressurized, toilets may still flush for a while. If pressure drops, you need a backup. Fill the tub early, not only for drinking, but for flushing. One bucket poured quickly into the bowl can trigger a flush even when the tank is empty. If your pipes are frozen and nothing moves, do not keep trying to force it. You can crack fittings and create leaks. Instead, switch to a simple waste plan. A bucket with a thick trash bag liner works. Add a layer of kitty litter, sawdust, or even shredded paper after each use. Tie it off and store it outside where animals cannot reach it. Keep hand sanitizer in the warm room. Do you have babies or medical needs? Plan those first. Diapers, wipes, medications, inhalers, glucose supplies, and any critical devices go into the warm room before anything else. If someone relies on powered medical equipment, prioritize finding a shelter or a powered location early before roads become worse. Also watch indoor air. When people crowd into one small room, humidity rises from breath. That can make windows sweat and walls damp. So once in a while, vent the room briefly. Open the door for a minute. Crack a window for a short burst if the weather is not extreme. Then reseal. Short ventilation keeps air fresher without losing too much heat. What if you live in an apartment? The plan still works. Pick an interior room away from exterior walls if possible. Use rugs and blankets on the floor. If you have a balcony, do not use grills or burners on it in a way that traps fumes near windows. Wind can push exhaust back inside. Keep vents clear. What if you live in a house with a fireplace? Use it only if it is vented properly and you know how to run it safely. Keep a screen. Keep combustibles far back. Use dry wood. And still, do not sleep with it burning. Fire gives heat, but it also steals oxygen and creates smoke risk. Security matters too, but do not let fear pull you into risky behavior. The best defense is being unseen and steady. Keep curtains closed. Keep light from spilling outside at night. Avoid broadcasting that you have supplies. If you must go outside, go with a buddy. Bring a light. Keep it brief. Here is a question. Are you wasting energy pacing and worrying or saving energy for the long night? Choose stillness. Choose warmth. Choose calm. If you have to leave the home, dress for exposure. Wind chill can turn a short walk into a crisis. Cover face, cover ears, protect fingers. Carry a small snack and a water bottle. Bring a whistle. If you fall or get stuck, a whistle travels farther than a shout. If you have candles or an oil lamp, set a no-go zone around them. Tape a line on the floor. Move bags and blankets away. Keep a mug of water nearby for small flare-ups. And keep a real fire extinguisher if you have one. In a blackout, fire services may be delayed. Now think about the fridge and freezer one more time. If food begins to thaw, you can cook it outside and then keep it cold again by placing the cooked food in sealed containers in the outdoor cold. This reduces waste and lowers illness risk. When in doubt, do not gamble on questionable meat. Food poisoning during a blackout is brutal. Do you have a thermometer? A simple fridge thermometer helps you decide what is safe. Without one, use time and smell, but be conservative. Sick stomach plus cold is a bad combo. For water, remember this. Clear ice and snow can still carry dirt and chemicals. If you melt snow and you are unsure, boil it outside if you can, or use a filter. If you cannot, let sediment settle and pour carefully. Purity matters when you are stressed and dehydrated. Now, warmth hacks that cost nothing. Close off unused rooms with doors and blankets. Hang a blanket over stairways to stop warm air from rising away. If you have sun during the day, open curtains on the sunny side for a short window to gain heat, then close them tight when the sun drops. Sunlight is free fuel. Keep moving, but do it smart. Every hour, do a short set of gentle motions. Arm circles. Marching in place, light squats. Not enough to sweat, just enough to restart circulation. Then return to stillness. Your goal is warmth without moisture. If kids are with you, turn the plan into a game. Build the blanket fort. Assign draft detective duty. Give them a flashlight role. Calm kids help calm adults. Panic spreads faster than cold. If pets are with you, keep them inside the warm room. Animals lose heat too. Put a blanket on the floor for them. Watch paws for cold if they go outside. And keep pet food accessible because a hungry animal gets restless. Now, if the outage stretches into a second day, fatigue becomes the real enemy. You start cutting corners. You start leaving doors open longer. You start lighting things you should not. This is where your written checklist saves you. Keep a short list on paper. Room sealed, layers on, water sipped, faucet drip checked, lights safe, heat source off before sleep. Read it out loud. One more question. If your friend called you for help right now, would you know what to tell them in one breath? Tell them this. Pick one small room, seal drafts, layer up, avoid indoor fumes, keep water moving, and share heat. That one breath can save a life. Keep a paper map, a spare key, and cash in your jacket. When digital systems fail, simple tools still work. Small backups prevent big problems in the cold. After the lights return, do not forget the recovery phase. Check every room for dripping water. Look under sinks. Listen for hissing. If a pipe burst, shut off the main valve fast and contain the leak with towels and buckets. Then check your carbon monoxide alarms. If you do not have battery-powered ones, put them on your list. They are cheap and they catch the silent killer. Also restock what you used, replace batteries, refill water jugs, wash blankets and repack them. The next storm will arrive when you least expect it. So ask yourself one last time, will you wait for the next blackout to teach you again, or will you be ready on purpose? Let's recap the core because in a crisis, you need simple anchors. Choose one room, seal leaks, layer clothing, insulate the floor, use safe heat only, keep water moving, drink regularly, eat high-energy foods, light safely, communicate and coordinate. That is the backbone. Here is the part most people miss. Your mindset is equipment. Panic burns energy. Panic causes bad decisions. You do not need hero moves. You need steady moves. One good decision after another. That is how you outlast the cold. And now, the moment you will remember. The lights blink. A faint hum returns. The vents breathe again. The house slowly warms. You realize you did it. Not with fancy gear, not with luck. With steps and restraint. You stayed alive and you kept your home from breaking. Before you go, do this. When the power is back, write down what you wished you had. Extra blankets, a better flashlight, more water jugs, a battery radio, a carbon monoxide alarm with battery power. Then build your kit slowly, because the next outage will not ask permission. If this plan helped you, hit like and stick around for more on my channel. And remember this, winter does not need monsters to be deadly. It only needs silence, darkness, and one careless choice. You now know how to avoid that choice.